then it's back to jugging. I might just hit some stains, then it's back to booking. I'm somewhere with the gang, smoking on this cookie. These niggas don't even smell.
Oh, Miami days. Remember we was in Miami?
Nigga, we had that penthouse and thought we was rich.
Kicking it. Listen, man. Episode 4. Welcome to Offstage. I'm your boy Dubs.
And I'm your boy Reese.
Man, we back in full effect with another episode. We gonna be covering some things, what's been going on. Just had a show in Atlanta last week.
How'd it go, G?
Off the fucking chain. It was sold out. For those who don't know, I'm currently on tour with Corey Holcomb. Blessings and pieces to Corey, taking a nigga on the road. Me and Just Niche, we did Atlanta at a spot called the Tabernacle. It was off the chain. Sold out.
So this your first good experience in Atlanta?
Well, let me clarify. Me and my wife talked about that. So I should have clarified. When I was talking about I did bad in Atlanta, it was like at bars and like bogus places like that. But in general, when I'm on tour with Corey, we do the bigger spots and comedy clubs. I always kill it. So
cool.
That's to clean that shit up. Like, I don't want niggas thinking I'm taking L's like that.
No L's.
Nah, we ain't on that. That was years ago anyway. But we off that. Dope show. We had a fight just took place. Mike Tyson and Jake Paul. What you think about that fight?
Nigga, I was rooting for Mike. I ain't gonna lie.
Everybody was.
For real, everybody around me was rooting for Jake.
What?
Everybody. I was the only one. I'm like, nigga, Mike is finna fuck dude up.
Here's what I think. I think it was a payday. I think they was paid not to fight.
Makes sense.
I feel like that's why Mike Tyson was biting his gloves, because Mike Tyson wanted to hurt that boy.
Yeah.
So he was biting his gloves, and then you can see, because now it's all type of versions where they slowing it down and they showing you where he could have hit.
Yeah.
But, and they also showed a part where Jake whispered in his ear like, don't blow it, don't you want to get paid? Because if he would have knocked him out, they had to go 8 rounds, they had to sell it. So, man, Mike would have hurt that boy, man. So
you do think Mike would have fucked him up?
Nigga, yes. Like, you don't forget how to fight because you old. Like, people, just because you old, so you mean tell me because somebody walk up on Mike, he ain't gonna fuck him up because he 58? What is he, 58 or 68?
58.
A 58 nigga who been fighting his whole life know how to beat your ass? Like, he ain't forgot that. Like,
yeah, I saw the little clips where he could have hit him.
And you seen his workouts prior to him.
Didn't look nothing like the fight.
The nigga moving like
ran
that.
Him around the ring to tire him out.
I just want Tyson to wear some bigger draws. Like,
ass out.
Stop wearing your ass out.
He still think it's the 90s.
That was for Puff. He was like, I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna do something for Puff.
Shit.
And wear my ass out. We saw too much of Mike Tyson ass the whole weekend.
Training.
Little ass draws. I'm like, come on, Mike. Like, you too big, dog, to be wearing them little ass draws, man.
But
like,
for $20 million, would you get in the ring with Mike?
Boy, for $1,500, nigga. Like that, man, for $20 million, nigga, yes. That's all. That ain't no problem. Like, yeah, I'll fight that nigga. I'm not going to try to fight for real. Like, as soon as he breathe on me, I'm going down. Like, I'm out. But now the question should be, would you take a punch
from Mike
for $20 million?
For $20 million?
Nah, I ain't going to be able to do that.
I think I'm fucking with it.
Nah.
I think I'm fucking with it.
Boy, you gonna need 2 more hip replacements. He gonna fuck you up
after these PPP loans wore off, nigga. No.
So that was the fight. And then we could get into the Bears. I ain't never fuck with. Well, ever since Walter Payton put his jersey in that locker, y'all probably don't know this, but
probably look young.
Walter Payton, when he retired, he put his jersey in the locker, locked it, and he threw his key in Lake Michigan. That was the last time I watched the Bears.
You've been kind of becoming a little Bears fan. I saw you buying shit.
I'm a phony
Look rugs. I'm
going to say it like this. I fuck with the Bears because I'm from Chicago, but I don't care if they lose. Like, I'm not one of them guys that's throwing shit at the TV, watching, like,
I got you.
If they win, they win. If they lose, they lose. I
don't give no fuck.
It don't make me no.
I ain't even turning my TV on. Nah. My daddy called me like, man, look at this shit. I'm like, I don't know what to talk about, Pops.
Yeah, the Bears. My theory is until they sell the team, they ain't gonna never win.
Same thing I said.
You know, they got them
Bulls
old
too.
Bulls. I don't even know what to say about
Front
the Bulls,
office
man.
sucks.
Alonzo Ball, he hurt.
Again?
He need to hang it up. Kobe, I don't even know who on the Bulls. Kobe White, he need to cut that damn half. I don't even know who on the fucking Bulls. I can't even tell you.
Are you happy about Trump winning the election, being in office?
I'm not happy about it. I feel the same way I feel about the Bears. It didn't make me no difference who was in office. All I know, and I tell people, don't get so caught up in who running the country.
Exactly.
You still got to have your affairs in order. You still got to take care of your family. I wouldn't have mind if Kamala won, but I'm a business owner. I'm an entrepreneur. I just seem to, for real, I know a lot of people hate when I say this, but for me, as a truck driver, as a business owner, we made a lot of money when Trump was in office.
A lot.
And I'm not lying.
A lot.
The trucking industry was booming when Trump was in office. I don't know if they got something to do with Obama. I don't know, but I just know from 2020 to before Biden got in, we was rolling. Then when Biden got in, it's been shit to hell.
Yes.
Trump just won. Bitcoin done went up. We ain't been seeing these Venezuelans. I ain't seen one Venezuela at Home Depot. Nowhere. Them motherfuckers gone. And they talking about the PPP play finna come back. So I'm all for the bullshit. If it's some bullshit to go down, if it's some TVs to get from Walmart, I'm with the shit. Let's do it.
Bullshit for 100.
But I ain't gonna say I'm happy. I don't hate Kamala people. I don't hate her. I just know she rolled that black sister shit.
Yeah, a little too.
Yeah, and you really ain't even black. Like, you ain't even using your mate name. Like, people don't even know that Harris ain't even your last name no more. You married, right? Use that your husband last name, but it don't sound good,
sir.
Because it's probably Sklowowski or some bullshit. One of the engineers look up her last name, her real last name, real fast.
Papanopoulos.
Yeah, it's not Harris. I know that. But, I don't hate the sister. I think she an AKA or something?
Pink and green. That's all I know.
That's an AKA.
Okay.
So, she had that vote. Then she was talking about she used to listen to Snoop and she smoked weed.
I think she lost because you got Megan Thee Stallion shaking ass at the speech. Like, what is that about?
She thought she was gonna get them young motherfuckers, but
even though I watched it,
that shit didn't work. But I want to know if she gonna run again. That's what I really want to know.
she got the money to run again.
I don't know. They said she raised $1 billion. They said
damn.
They said not raised, but they say her debt. She got like a debt of $1 billion. It's crazy. Yeah, but $2
billion.
Congrats to Kamala. She ran the hell. I felt Trump was gonna beat the brakes off of, but I felt like he beat Hillary, and I felt like Hillary was the best chance for a woman to get in. So if he beat Hillary,
I don't know about best chance. I still think if Michelle Obama run, Michelle Obama could win.
If Michelle run, of course. If Michelle or Oprah.
Shit, Oprah?
Oprah win that bitch, and Oprah give everybody cars that night.
You get a car.
That was so dope when we was young. Then when we found out they was some Pontiacs, we was like, oh, man, motherfucker.
Well, some of them didn't get them because they had to pay taxes.
Well, shit, a lot of people, if you got to pay taxes on a $30-some thousand car and it's what, $8,000, $10,000, you'll be like, nah. Just give me a PlayStation 5, Oprah. Don't give us no motherfucking cars.
So we on our 4th episode.
4th episode, man.
Man, who introduce our guests, man? I think we ready.
You know what? First we gotta tell them what this show is about. Okay, and what we do and what we trying to do. Not trying, what we are doing.
Yeah, we doing it now.
In the comedy space. I'm a comedian, stand up, been in the game for a while. So I've always thought about showing people that people not necessarily fond of or know about. You know what I'm saying? Everybody knows about the Kevin Harts and the Chris Tuckers and even the internet guys blowing up. So my thing is, for every one of those guys y'all know, it's a person y'all never heard of or don't know who's just as funny, who need to be talked about, celebrated. So that's what we do on our platform. We bring guys here. And a lot of people been telling me they like the conversations we be having.
There we go.
Because now they know a lot about the person we interviewing. They like, I can understand them better. I can, you know, so that's another reason why we do it. But today's guest we got from Chicago, one of the heavies in the game. He done made his way through. Done went through a lot of turmoil. It's been a hell of a ride for my boy. But he's here. Everybody, show your love. Give it up for L. Williams today on the fucking show.
What's happening, bro?
Looking like a stepdaddy. Hey, that motherfucker look like a stepdaddy. That's the stepdaddy outfit, baby. What's up, L? How you feeling?
Shit, bonus dad champ. Yeah, I'm good.
You good?
I ain't got no complaints, man. I'm above ground and free. God is good.
Hey, man, that's how motherfuckers talk when they got God in their life, man. You fuck with God, don't you?
I love Jesus.
You love him?
I got a t-shirt say I love Jesus. I had to pull that on these little rats ever tried to get me to miss Bible study.
Is it safe to say you a church kid? You a church boy? You come from the church?
I grew up between Jesus and the GDs.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's God disciple and gangster disciple.
Okay.
I got balance.
My man. My man.
Nigga got balance out here, man. You know, just growing up in Chicago, everybody got their affiliations.
Okay.
So it's like, people be like, man, that nigga is gang affiliated. This Chicago, I don't think it wasn't many of us that didn't have any affiliations. All of the neighborhood you grew up in, you know what I'm saying? Like some niggas was vice lords just because they grew up on a vice lord block. And, you know what I'm saying? Then they moved to the south side and had to pick, you know what I'm saying? Okay. You gonna be Blackstone and stay under the 5, or you come over here with the guys, you know what I'm saying? Like that's the city.
Right.
But you know, God is good. I also spent a lot of time in church, and I tell people all the time, man. Like I play the organ, I play the keys.
Okay.
And I tell people I really thank God for the gift, because if I wasn't in somebody's choir rehearsal, playing for somebody's service, I'm sure I'd be dead by now. Like I missed a lot of bullshit because I was in church as a musician. Yeah. You know, and that takes time. Like you got to practice. So I couldn't be outside. You know, I missed a lot of sessions with the guys. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And being outside and dumb shit because I was inside, in the house, as they say. You know, come on in the house, it's going to rain. So I thank God for the balance, man.
How did you get into playing the keys? What, like?
When you grew up in church, I'm a Kojic kid. Okay. So people don't know what that is.
Explain Kojic too.
Church of God in Christ.
Y'all strict. That's the church
acronym. Like you couldn't do nothing. Everything you did was gonna send you to hell. Holiness or else. Yes. So like everything I was doing outside the church.
Is that the church?
I'm going to hell for.
Where all the females wear the long dresses,
the long jeans, skirts.
Them the most hoes though. I love them hoes.
It was hoes everywhere.
And the Kojic church got them. They had the most kids in church.
Man, listen, I was a whole sermon for years. Wow. You know, because I got the pastor's daughter pregnant out of wedlock, and thank you.
You got what?
My baby mama is a PK.
So you had a baby?
She's a preacher's kid, yeah. Okay. And so we was engaged and everything. We were supposed to get married, but it didn't happen. And so my cousins would still go to that church. And years later, they would tell me, like, nigga, your name would come up all the time when they talk about, no, you know, and Leonard was such a good guy. And then he still left her a single mother.
Wow. Because that's the worst thing you could have done back in the day.
What?
Is got somebody pregnant at church.
Especially a preacher kid.
And didn't marry him. People don't know how strong church is in Chicago. That's a gang in itself.
Yes. And that's the other thing a lot of people don't understand. Like, there's a lot of musicians here. Okay. The best musicians, it's a lot of touring musicians. Like Little Tony, we call him Little Tony, but he go by Tony Chicago now, right? Okay. He from out west. He played the bass. Well, he was Kendrick Lamar's MD, music director. and now he's on tour with Usher right now. That Usher tour, he on stage. Look for the bass player, Chicago nigga,
That's
right?
dope.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of our guys, Rex Hardy, he played for Mary J. Blige for like 15, 20 years. Like, I mean, it's a lot of Marcus Kinsey. It's a lot of us. Bird plays the guitar. Bird was on the road with Frankie Beverly until he died.
Let me ask you this.
You know what I'm saying? He got that spot from Jubu.
Do the church frown upon musicians when they play with like secular band? Because that's
Not anymore.
Not they used to,
It
right?
used to be a thing.
You
couldn't use your gift for anything outside of God. You know, the Lord ain't gonna bless you. Like,
that's the old school.
So here's the thing. There was a evolution, right? There was a time where it was all hell, fire, and brimstone, and it worked, but it didn't work.
Okay.
Because you run a lot of people away, giving them all the negative. If everything about the Lord and being saved and being a Christian is negative, then why do I want to be here? I'm gonna go be a Muslim or something. Like, you know, I remember as a shorty, like, we was in church so much. I'm like, nigga, I'm going to slang some bean pies.
Yeah.
I know they only do like 3 days a week. This 8-day-a-week schedule is not it for me.
Being a Christian rough, boy.
Yeah, but like, but as there are pastors, plenty of pastors, older pastors now, that have evolved into understanding that, man, you should have a life. God don't want you to just be like this and scared to move, or I'm gonna go to hell, I'm gonna fuck up. No, listen, the Bible says, I just quoted this. Jeremiah 29:11 says, I know the thoughts I have towards you.
There we go.
Right? Thoughts of peace and to prosper you, you know, to an expected end, right? God wants you to win. I tell people all the time, this is my quote, so if I hear it anywhere else, you already know you jacked it from me, but God told me to ball.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying? And that comes from Ecclesiastes 10:19, where it talk about a feast maketh merry and wine is for laughter, but money answereth for all things. Because people be misquoting the Bible all the time, talking about money is the root of all evil. No, stupid.
No, it's not.
The love of
money is the root of
So the Bible is saying that if you love anything more than God, right? But you can get the bag. God ain't never had a problem with a nigga getting the bag.
That's from the book of Bronny.
The book of Bronny. Get the bag and go to the G League.
So let me ask you this.
Yeah.
What do you say you do better? Do you do better in playing the keys or comedy? If you had to pick one.
I pivot, bro.
You gotta pick one, dog. Which one?
I think I'm a better songwriter than I am anything.
A song? You write songs
I'm
too?
a producer and a writer, yeah.
This nigga got layers.
Bro, so my discography,
Discography.
Yeah, I got Ludacris. I did a record on Shauna's album. Was it Chevy Music, Block Music?
Okay.
The one with Getting Some Head on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I did a record called Take It Slow. Produced it with this cat named TC. And
that's on her album?
It's on her album.
You credited?
Yeah.
L. Williams.
Bro, I still get checks.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, I mean, they $5 now, but you know what I'm
it's
saying?
still a check.
It's residuals. You know what I'm saying? You're publishing. And so on that album, on that song,
okay,
the original is Shauna, Ludacris, and Bobby Valentino. Missy Elliott hopped on the remix.
Okay.
Bro, I got Missy Elliott on my discography. She's in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Come on, bro.
Oh, shit.
It's a lot of stuff I don't really talk about just because it never come up, but I've been blessed to be him. Like, I've been blessed to be him. Like, it ain't.
Speaking to the
Oh,
mic,
you need
brother.
me deeper into the.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me say it again. I've been blessed to be him.
So let me ask you. That's why for people who don't know you, people might feel you arrogant or, but just what you saying right now and the things you've been through, even the church side of things, the street life, and your walk now, I can understand the way you walk and talk the way you do.
Yeah, testimony.
It's a testimony.
Bro, when you've been through certain things, can't nobody tell you nothing. Not anything negative about yourself.
Right.
Like, you know, you have people that hate on you. You have people that'll tell lies about you or whatever. And I just know I never heard Michael Jordan address niggas in the CBA. You know what I'm saying? I never heard Mike say, man, these niggas down here been talking shit about me. Mike didn't give a fuck.
Right.
Mike was balling. Mike was getting rings. Mike was in the gym working so that when it came down to crunch time and when all hell breaking loose, nigga, give me the ball in the last second, I'm shooting it. And it's a high probability I'm going to hit. And if I don't hit this game, I got another game. You understand what I'm saying? Like, but Mike say he put the work in, because people say, man, how do you get this ice in your veins? Well, I work hard, bro.
Right.
I work hard. So I'm not, you can't shake me. You can't do none of that. So, you know, that's why I move the way I move. But even in my confidence, right?
Okay.
When you see me outside, you hear me say blessings 1,000 times. Blessings, bro. When I walk in the room, man, good to see you, man. Like I'm not an arrogant nigga where you can't touch me, you can't talk to me. Like, and I'm never like that. Even when the lottery shit happened, when I was in all the commercials, and I'm still in all the commercials on the billboards, on the website every day. This is my 3rd year under contract. Like, you know, they renew me every year. So I'm not. What I'm gonna do? Start acting funny because you know I'm on TV more.
Right.
Why? I never liked any of that pretentious shit. Like, I didn't like, you know, some of them play directors. Like, I did plays. I did, you know, stage plays for years. I was at the Harold Washington. Like, 8 years we did them plays. Some directors would come through there and they just be talking to people crazy. Why, bro? Because you the director? Get the fuck out of here, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was times I really had to check niggas. Like, I ain't gonna say no names, but like, real disrespectful.
Right.
Like, you be talking to somebody and they just walk up and just start talking like you wasn't in the conversation. Hey, man, shut the fuck up while grown folk talking.
Right.
You make me do that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When you put blatant disrespect. So let me put this boundary right here. Shut the fuck up while grown folk is talking. And I ain't talking to no woman either. I was talking to a big grown man. I got my respect behind that though. He didn't know who I was.
Right.
Bro, but I'm a man before anything. Ain't that how he was raised, bro?
That's it.
I'm a man before anything. I'm a man before I'm an actor. I'm a man before I'm a Christian. I'm a man before I'm a comedian. I'm a man before anything. Respect, man, listen.
That's your biggest thing.
Respect, bro.
Respect.
And that's why I lead with it. So whenever somebody disrespects me, I feel free about how I'm finna respond to this.
Right.
Because I came with respect. I led with love. You understand what I'm saying? I led with love. You showed me your ass. I'm comfortable in this chaos.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? If you want to go there, we can go there. But I led with love.
Can we touch on how you became the face of Illinois Lottery? Like, a lot of people don't know that. When you go on IllinoisLottery.com, this face
I saw it.
is who you're going to see. How did that come about?
It's me. I'm an actor.
Okay.
So that's another one of my hats. And so I auditioned.
Wow.
Like anybody else. But here's where I have to give y'all the real story.
Okay.
Let me take my glasses off for this one.
Okay.
I was trying to be cool. That's enough of that cool shit. Look. So prior to me getting that role, I went to go sit down with Jesse Jones. We call him Godfather. If you know, you know. And I sat down with bro on the rooftop. He lived in a location where you can see the whole city from his roof.
Wow.
Oh no, I'm good. Thank you. And so I sat on the rooftop with him. I came up there to talk to him about something completely different. And I ended up on the roof with the man for 8 hours.
What?
Bro, I'm trying to explain the experience without crying.
Okay.
This is a busy man. He don't got 8 hours to be sitting around jaw-jacking with nobody. Why are we talking? Jesse Jackson, them people calling him. JB Pritzker, they calling the man.
So he's a heavyweight.
He's heavy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Streets to the corporate office, heavy. Waka Flocka FaceTime the man. Talking about, you know, farms and hot yoga or something. Like this is the wildest.
Right.
Just throughout this whole 8 hours, I'm on the roof with the man. But what I remember the most is in that 8 hours, he looked at me, he said, "Look, bro, do you realize that you are a God and your words have power?" So never, ever, ever say anything else negative about you again. You got to speak peace and prosperity. You got to speak health and wealth. Your words have power. A lot of times we work against ourselves with what we say. The Bible says life and death, or death and life, is in the power of the tongue.
Yes.
But we say shit like, I can't call it. If I had your hand, I turn mine in. It's a whole lot of niggisms that we say that work against us because it's our words, bro. You get up in the morning, man, I'm tired, man. Or you outside, they be like, man, you know what I'm saying? I ain't got no money, I'm broke. You're working against yourself. So when bro told me that you were God and your words have power, so never say anything else negative about you again, it was like pouring jet fuel on top of me and then throwing a cigar, and it lit me on fire, bro. This was a Saturday night when I left the man house. I was just breaking up with my girl at the time. We were supposed to be moving to Atlanta. We had already been renting a crib in Atlanta, but I wasn't ready to move yet, so I sent her down there. That was turmoil. The shit was about over, right? I'm dealing with that. I'm dealing with some whole other stuff, but I was lit on fire when bro said that to me. I left that man house on Saturday night. By Monday morning, I was in prayer, and I was speaking in my prayer, Lord, today, on this day, and you'll hear Pastor Bill Winston, our pastor, me and Dubs, we send these clips back and forth all the time. He'll say all the time, on this day, quoting David when he spoke to Goliath. On this day, I'm going to slay you, and I'm gonna chop your head off and show it to your people, right? On this day. So on this day, I was saying, on this day, my life changes. On this day, my finances changes. On this day, I have peace. On this day, I've won. This day starts the beginning of the rest of my life. Whole time I'm praying, my phone, ding, ding, ding. It's in the bathroom on the charger. Okay. I'm mad because I didn't silence it while I'm praying. Right. So I'm mad at myself in the prayer, but I'm not finna stop praying because I don't want to be distracted. Lord, on this day, right? So when I finally stop praying, I get up, I check my phone. My agent been going crazy. Hey, we got an audition for the Illinois Lottery tomorrow. Can we confirm? Can we confirm? Hey, it's 125. That's the only slot they got left. Can we confirm? Wow. Yes, we can confirm. So I finally answered, yes, we can confirm. Now, check this out. I called my barber on the south side in the south suburbs. He don't answer. I called my barber out west. He pick up first ring. Man, pull up because I got this audition. It's tomorrow. So I got to get cleaned up now. Right. Cool, I slide out west. On the way out west, I called my homie because another part of my life that a lot of people don't know is I worked in advertising. Okay. I was an associate producer in advertising. My main account was McDonald's. Okay. So like when you first started seeing McCafe, when McDonald's started doing McCafe, we were doing those. Okay. I was on the production team that was producing those, and a few chicken McNugget commercials with flying nuggets and stuff like it. You know, it was cool. Okay. Right? I worked for Leo Burnett. Wow. So it's not a lot, so I'm not gonna say it's not a lot of black people in advertising, but the big agencies, those general market agencies, they don't have a lot of us there. Okay. In advertising, all the black people really know each other. So I got introduced to a brother named Aubrey. Okay. Aubrey Walker, award-winning, creative. He writes these commercials. He writes these campaigns. He's over the teams that have these. This is my brother now at this point. Okay. Because I've known him about 18 years, and he took me under his wing before I even started working at Leo Burnett, I was, again, as a producer and a writer, I wrote a record for a Lexus commercial. Okay. And he was producing when he was working at Burrell Communications. Shout out to Burrell Communications, one of the major heavies in advertising on the black side, for real. So, AA market, African American market. I'm saying black, but African American market. I remember bro telling me that his agency he was with now had the lottery account. This was about a year ago. He had told me this. So while I'm on my way out west to my barber, I called bro. Hey, bro, didn't you say y'all had the lottery? He said, yeah. I said, well, I got an audition for him tomorrow. He said, well, nigga, for what? I tell him the spot. He said, nigga, we wrote that. Wow. Come by the crib. You ain't been by the new crib. I told you, I just moved out west. He was 10 minutes away from my barber. Wow. See, my south side barber didn't answer. Right. So I had to go out west. And then I was 10 minutes. I'm talking about alignment, right? Uh-huh. So when I get lined up, I get to my man crib. He say, listen, I could tell you who we created the character based off of. but that's all I can really tell you.
Right.
Anything else is a conflict of interest, right? I said, I can't speak up for you. I said, bro, it's already mine. I've already manifested this one. The God already told me this one's mine, right? So he was like, all right, cool. You know how your homie be listening to you talk crazy. He be like, all right, fam, that's what's up.
Yeah.
But in his mind, he like,
Right,
this nigga
this
crazy.
nigga crazy, right.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
He don't know how you operate. He don't know where you coming from with it.
But the whole thing was also he knew what I was up against.
Right.
450 people, men,
Wow.
from New York to LA have auditioned for this role. They've been auditioning niggas for months.
Damn.
And have not found who they was looking for. So I go sit with him. He tell me who the character. We laugh, joke about it. I say, bro, I already know who that is.
Okay.
That's one of my favorite characters.
Okay.
You know, in with this series that he had created the character off. I said, cool, I got it. I go to the audition, man. I walk in, I do the audition. They would let it tell me because there were people live, like how we are in this studio, and then there were people watching.
Okay.
Right? The client was watching, client being the lottery. The director in LA was watching, right? And then they were watching from where they were at.
So that's pressure.
I didn't even know all these people were watching.
Right.
Okay.
Because I'm just seeing who's in the room. But I do know it's people watching because I see the other cameras. I'm only got one camera I'm supposed to be auditioning to. It's like 3 more cameras. So, but what they told me later on was the second I walked on the screen, everybody was like, that's him.
No.
Damn. Look at God.
My man was in shock. He was like, he asked them like 3-4 times, y'all sure? You know what I'm saying? Because in his mind, he like, I need y'all to be absolutely
right.
sure. They called the client. The client said, yeah, that's him. That's him, right? This first time they've all been excited. Everybody unanimously said,
That's him.
that's him. So after it was all done, that's when he let the cat out the bag. That's my bro. That's my brother. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's my man's $100,000, right? Now he FaceTiming his team. I'm at the crib. They like, oh, it's the Dream Ranger. They going crazy. We ain't even filmed the commercials yet. But they going crazy like, oh, you really do know, bro. Like, you know how a nigga be like, you don't know no Martin Luther King.
right.
They like, nah, I know him. Like, I just needed y'all to make the decision because it would be a conflict of interest for me to speak on it.
Right.
He never said nothing. Everybody else around him said, that's him. In that moment, in that happening, bro got a new understanding of who God was. A lot of us want to force Jesus, force God down people's throat.
Right.
You just got to live it
You gotta live, yeah.
and let people feel it,
Yeah.
G. They got to feel the energy that come with it. I couldn't tell my mans, you know, man, you need to come on to church, blah, blah, blah.
right.
Man, he not coming.
You showed him though.
Yeah.
But I showed him.
You showed me when you got that Benz. I was like, I'm finna start. I'm finna start.
S550.
Yeah, I'm finna start speaking today. My motherfucking life changed.
What scripture was that?
Today. Mark 11:24.
Hey, but see, that's the thing, bro. You been speaking it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You living it.
Oh, for
Yeah.
You
sure.
been living it. Like, you know, you got jokes about my little Benz.
hey,
I mean,
boy.
I got the big body joint. You know what I'm saying, with the Maybach package.
You know
but I've been watching you.
Hey, don't speak on me.
I've been watching you,
No,
fam.
don't
Listen.
do that. Don't do that.
Yeah.
But we are from that
Yeah.
Bill Winston.
Yeah.
You know, that's where we come from. And that's why I fuck with you, because people don't know that side of L. They don't know that, because you know the word. Like, I respect niggas that know the Bible, because believe it or not, I always wanted to be like that.
Yeah.
That can spit scriptures like
Remember,
that.
we was talking about doing a podcast where we did the hood Bible study.
That's
Ooh.
and put it in layman's term and break that shit down. But
Yeah.
I respect people, man, who know how to give you that word and not in a traditional way. Neither.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And put it to you the way that you need it. So
And I'm gonna tell you something too. Shout out to all the traditional Bible preaching I got, right? My pastor Pops, happy birthday. His birthday was November 11th. He turned 86.
Happy birthday.
Reverend Dr. E.L. Jones, right?
where's church at? Wait.
He's retired. He just retired after 40-something
86?
years. 40-something
My
years
preachers
of
don't be
ministry.
want to get out the pulpit, dog.
Hey, listen. I don't know. It ain't like it's, you know, playing basketball and your body break down. You can't jump no more. You can preach until
You don't think that? I'm glad we going. You don't
Let's
think
talk
that
about it.
affect the congregation as cause I had a situation where my mom grew up in the church under a certain pastor, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like when he passed on, it's like they still looking for that. And so it was like they weren't really giving a new pass. I think because
So let me say this.
that guy stayed too long. I think if he would have left sooner and ushered in the new one, because he died, and then it kind of forced the new one in instead of when you was alive and well saying,
Step down.
this is the person y'all need to listen to, this is that.
So watch this.
Okay,
What we're supposed to do is be fruitful and multiply, right?
okay,
So that doesn't mean just having a wife and having a bunch of kids.
okay.
Fruitful and multiply is what I got in me, what you got in you, what you got in you, you got to put it into other people,
Okay.
other young men, other young women, so that way they take that and then they grow and then they do the same thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's a tree fruit thing, right? And a tree that don't bear no fruit get cursed. What happens is you're right. A lot of them preachers just won't get out the pulpit, right? They won't groom
The next person.
the next generation, right? And they do die off because they don't want to be emeritus. Man, I'm cool with being emeritus. You know what I'm saying? Right now, I'm GD emeritus. I'm not active.
Right.
Don't call me with no active
Right.
beef.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm emeritus. If you need to talk to me about something,
Right.
Yeah, let me talk to you.
I've been out of service.
But I've
right.
been out.
Yeah.
I'm not playing none of them games. I'm 45. I'm calling the police.
Calling the local authorities.
I'm calling the authorities. Nigga, you going to jail.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, I'm not finna play no games. Why do I have to prove I'm tough
Yeah.
and knock myself off the board? And this is what we got to teach the younger generation, right?
One of my guys called me like, "Hey man, they just killed my cousin." I was like, "Hey man, you gotta pray about that, dog. Like, what you calling me for, dog? Like,
Yeah, you listen, bro.
I'll pray for you.
We've all listen.
I'm not going to get some niggas who just killed the nigga.
Right.
Here's the
They
thing.
killed.
You got you have. Let me say this, right? And I think most of us been in a position where somebody we love was ripped out of our lives, and it incenses your soul.
It do.
You want to do something. You have to talk yourself out of crashing out. You took. You fucking demons took
Yeah.
Right.
my blood.
Right.
Right? You want to do that right then and there.
Right.
You can't.
Can't.
You can't.
No.
I think about my kids, right? I think about my loved ones. I think about my father who passed away and how he believed in me. You believed in me all the way until you hit the dirt.
Right.
And then I do some dumb shit.
Yeah.
Come on, man, I got a problem with that.
Yeah.
Again, we still got to talk ourselves out of it. We human, bro. We real human. But at this big grown age, it should be a little bit easier. Not saying it always is.
It's not.
It's not. I'm not saying it always is.
And that
but it should be.
That right there brings me to how you handled the whole Tavern situation. Because you called me several times, like, Dubs, I want to do this, I want to do that. And me and you talked, and you was at that point.
Bro.
Can we talk about that situation and what went on with you at Tavern on Lagrange and that whole thing?
So you have to understand that I met these people in 2022.
Okay.
Didn't know them from Adam. My man, DJ Kevin KB Burns, brought me to the table. My girl was a bartender. I'm doing comedy shows.
Did you know your girl already? You already knew?
Me and my girl was together, right?
Okay.
Me and my girl at the time, but we not together now. But my girl at the time, we was already together,
Okay.
and he knew her too.
Okay.
So he was like, "Yo, nigga, it's money down here. Like, y'all need to get here now and come get this bag. If you've been to Tavern on Lagrange, you know the price point is pricey.
Yeah.
So the 18% gratuity off top,
Yeah.
and people in there that got that type of money, they gonna throw cash on top of
They
it.
spending money.
They spending money.
Right.
My girl was doing a thing.
Okay.
Then I came in with the comedy shows. At first, I came in doing like something light in the basement on a Wednesday night. Wasn't nothing happening. Then I got outside with these tickets. Flooded it every Wednesday. Made the nigga probably about $800,000 a year off a Wednesday night. That never ever did any more than $4,000 in the night. Their highest ring on a Wednesday night was for, let me say this again, their highest ring at that bar and that food, as pricey as it was on a Wednesday night, was $4,000.
That's prior to you coming.
Prior to me doing these shows.
And what was the numbers when you got there?
Man, they was doing 15,000, 12,000,
on a Wednesday?
10,000, 11,000, 12, 13. I got the receipts, the open table receipts, because at that point my girl was a manager, so she pulled that shit up after every show. And that's just the open table. That ain't had nothing to do with the ticket falcon. Right. That have nothing to do with people coming at the door and paying because they came late. You know what I'm saying? This was just the numbers from open table.
Okay.
Killing every Wednesday night for a year straight.
And you start booking comics.
I was booking the comics. And hear me when I say this. And Dubs, you pull my coattail if I'm lying. I'm pretty sure if I'm not the highest paying weekly show, I'm close. I might be too. If I wasn't on a weekly, I'm not talking about a monthly or a quarterly or something. I'm talking about every week. Niggas could come get. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's good money.
Yeah. On a Wednesday night.
On a Wednesday.
You come outside, my opener getting $100.
I can't say how much it was because my wife right there.
Right.
All my shows is $25.
You didn't disclose.
It's $25.
You came home with some chicken and was like, you know,
and
what they pay.
These niggas paid me in Herald.
And I'm even say this too. L always book me. Like every time you get a show, a club, a spot, Adriana's motherfucking wherever. He always called, be like, Dubs, I need you. So I appreciate you always looking out for me. Mm-hmm. You got people in Tavern. And to be honest, to be fair, I knew the person prior, right? Mm-hmm. He would be around, he come to clubs, he buy drinks. I didn't know much of him, but I just always thought, you know, he was a dude with money. You know, he had shit. And then when I came to Tavern on Lagrange, he always took care of us, right? We don't buy no food.
Y'all don't pay for no
so
food.
I'm like,
he did.
Hey, you give me free food. Nigga, you the man. So, right. That nigga gave us food. We like, nigga, you cool. We had no idea what was going on. And
dude was the great pretender.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
And he was just a scammer. It was in his soul.
These words of L. Williams and not of Allstate. I just got to throw that.
And also from Stateville Penitentiary. So we'll confirm.
God damn. Yeah.
Taylorville Penitentiary currently.
God damn.
You got to understand, he didn't have to do any of that stealing or scamming that he did.
No.
Boy, they was making so much money out of Tavern on Lagrange. That first year during COVID, because they were the only show pretty much in town that could actually bring people in, and they didn't have the Chicago restrictions, they did like $9.1 million the first out of that restaurant.
In 2020?
In 2021.
Shut the fuck
2020, 2021, yes.
$9 million.
Yes, sir. And so the years after that, they was like close to 8, 7.5, 7.6, 7. Like these are real numbers, right? You didn't have to do none of that.
But don't they got overhead, dog?
Of course.
Don't it
you
cost
got overhead,
to run
food costs, right?
So,
slippage, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like all of that.
Payroll,
you know what I'm saying? Payroll definitely was 90 employees.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And you got to pay everybody.
Right.
But you're making the money, bro. They were making the money. This not nobody. So people was like, y'all shitting on a black-owned business that's falling on hard times. You're not falling on hard times. It's an asshole getting drunk, raping women, and crashing Rolls Royces. This is not hard times.
Shit.
And this is all documented. You can Google it. This ain't me. This ain't me saying how I feel.
This is real.
No. You can Google it, and when you Google the man name, that's what comes up, right? So this is not hard times. This is a nigga who is the very textbook definition of a narcissist, right? And you had a great team. and did everybody dirty when you didn't have to. So it wasn't just the money for me.
Okay.
Because a lot of people like, man, L went real hard over, some money. No, it wasn't just the principle. The man tried to have me killed by the police. He lied and said I pulled a gun on him. Now, mind you, we in countryside, so we the only two niggas here.
Yeah.
Right? I got a white dog. We don't even got, there's no other black, nothing over there but tires. And you call the police and say, Leonard Williams, 6 foot tall, black man, about 250 pounds, is waving a gun, threatening to kill me. I'm standing right in front of the man when he make the call. Like, you a fucking clown.
Yeah.
So I go put some clothes on, because I wasn't even dressed.
Wait, you was naked?
I had some shorts.
Nigga.
No diddy. I was standing on my porch with my shorts and my slides on. You know how you be in the crib. And
so he came to your crib?
Yeah, he was on there. He was following my girl at the time, you know what I'm saying? And cussing her out, called her everything and every name in the book. And she had called me. It was like, yeah, dude in the alley, like, just come outside and just watch me, make sure I'm good. I never came off the porch. I never pulled a gun. There was no gun. So when the cops got there, every police officer, every white police officer, because they don't have any brown police officers on that force. It's all white police, the Jabowskis. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I want to say the neighboring police force, which is like Hodgkins or, you know what I'm saying, whatever it was, they was wrapped around the block going both ways. They all hopped out clutching.
Did you go to jail?
No, I didn't go to jail. I'm finna tell you. I'm standing outside with my hands up because I already know what it is. I've seen this story too many times. Yeah. My hands are up and I'm saying, Lord, don't let these white police kill me with my hands up.
Okay.
Right? And so when they got there, they all jumped out clutching. You know, they rushed me. You got a gun? No. You know what I'm saying? You got a gun on you? Like, no. Do you have a weapon? Yes. Where is it? In the house, locked up where it's supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know.
I would have shot your ass.
Yeah, that's what I know them. Some of them wanted to. They was like, oh, we get to kill a nigga today. But they didn't. You know, God is good. They checked cameras.
Okay.
No gun. They talked to witnesses that was outside. No threats. Right? But see, countryside work for dude. And I'm gonna put that out there.
Right.
They work for dude. So they didn't arrest him for a false police report. Right? Here I am with my life in danger because this clown, this goofball Jamal ass nigga didn't lied and told the police, yeah, he's got a gun. I fear for my life right now. I'm standing there looking at the nigga.
That could have
ended bad, bro. Yeah.
So when people say L went so hard on dude,
that's why.
That's why you tried to kill me, bro.
What was his issue? Where did it stem from?
So here's what it stemmed from. I was the face of Tavern. I wasn't just doing the comedy show on Wednesday. I was doing 2 shows on Sunday at Tavern on the Road downtown, the other restaurant they acquired. And then I was also hosting the concerts on Friday nights. There's 2 shows on Friday, 2 shows on Saturdays. And if Keith not there on Saturdays for the brunch, they call me in to do that too.
Sunday.
On a Saturday.
Saturday?
Yeah, he used to do a Saturday brunch.
Wow.
So watch this. My life is 7 days a week, Tavern Hospitality Group business at this point. I'm not tripping. I'm making money hand over fist. I'm talking about real good money to just be a nigga that's on a microphone.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, niggas would pray to make this type of money just being at the house.
Is this when you bought the Benz?
No. Okay. No. I hadn't bought the Benz yet. the Benz is
no, you had the red one.
That was prior to Tavern on Lagrange. Okay. This is, okay.
I want to know.
This is my 5th Mercedes.
Okay.
Damn.
So I've been doing this Benz thing. That's what I like to drive. That's what it is. I don't want nobody to be like, this nigga arrogant and he just, no, God been good to me. And when God get good to you and you start doing what he tell you to do, you can have what you want to. All right. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can have what you say too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, what I was driving a Chevy then. Chevy Equinox.
I was about to say.
Yeah, I wasn't doing heavy Chevy or nothing like that.
What?
The Equinox. So, the baby mama truck.
Okay.
So, but I became the face of Tavern.
He didn't like that?
No, he was the one that did it. I mean, him and his team was like, because he used to be the one on stage.
Yeah, I remember.
And he would be cussing people out. He'd be drunk and tell, I wipe my ass with your little $400-$500. Give them their money back.
On that time.
Boy, go back and look at them Yelp reviews.
What?
Them Facebook reviews. We'll never go back to this raggedy motherfucker again. It was tough. So when they saw that how I was doing the Wednesdays, you know how I love on people. I'm like a pastor at the show. At the end of the show, you see me at the door. I'm talking to people. I'm giving them tickets for the next show. I'm thanking them for coming. I'm gracious, bro. Let me tell you something. For any of you comedians that are hosting, producing, putting on your own shows, man, you love on your people, dog. Be grateful. Why you not more grateful for people who put on clothes, got dressed after work,
spend money,
came outside to spend money with you, come to listen to you. Some of y'all too mean to your crowds too.
Calling them bitches and hoes.
Why is you
beating up on your audience?
2 hours of, you know what I'm saying? Like, Corey can do that. That's Corey. That's Corey's brand. The rest of you niggas better be nice. The rest of you niggas, you better be nice. Love on your people. People be going through too much. They go through too much to come outside and be talked down on. I don't like that shit. That's why at the end of all my shows, what I just told you, bro told me about being a God and your words having power, that's how I end every show. Right. Every show. And I tell people, they got a prayer warrior in me. They got a prayer partner in me. Whatever you going through. Sometimes we done pray for people at the show. Hey, stretch your hands over in that direction. I had a little girl one time, I swear to God. We was at the entrance at the time. Young girl. I'm not going to say a little girl. She was grown. Young girl came to the show in a bonnet. She came to the comedy show in a bonnet, G.
Okay.
I'm not going to say names, but you know one of our brothers who's really rough on the women was on stage.
Okay.
He saw her. Tore her clean up.
Okay.
Now, she back in the audience going back and forth with him. She got so mad, she walked up to the front, found the chair in the front, and started screaming back and forth. Then she went outside, and she cried. Her friends was out there. It looked like a prayer circle. Her friends that surrounded her at the door. I saw it, right? So when they came back in, she came back in. Because I thought the girl was going to leave, but she came back in, sat with her friends. I brought them all a shot. I came to the table. I said, hey, y'all, listen. Little baby, I don't know what you're going through, but let me do this for you. Come on, we're going to take a shot together. Her friend was like, you think alcohol is a good idea at this point? I said, it's a peace offering. Try it with me. And so we laughed a little bit. We took the shot. I said, listen, I love you. Thank you for coming out. All right? Now, when I got back on stage after that comic, after the show, I said, all right, listen, we don't know what she been going through. I said, baby, I hope you don't take this no type of way. Nobody knows what you've been dealing with for you to come to a comedy show in a bonnet. Right. Because you absolutely know that's going to trigger jokes, right? I said, but you came. You needed this laugh tonight. You needed to be outside tonight for whatever reason. I said, everybody stretch your hands to that young lady. And we prayed for that young lady. Wow. That's how we ended the show.
That's dope.
Bro, let me tell you something.
That's dope.
We have a gift, bro. Everybody don't got this gift, Dubs.
They don't.
Our gift is laughter. What the Bible say laughter is? Good for the soul.
That's in the Bible?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's in the Bible.
It's in the Bible.
Laughter is good for the soul.
Yes.
Find that scripture, assistance. I just thought people said that. I didn't know that was in the Bible.
It's in the word, bro. It's in the book.
Book of what?
She finna find
Ephesians?
It might be in Proverbs. I think it's in Proverbs.
When did you start comedy, L? What year? When did you start?
98.
98?
98 I started. Damon Williams was the first person to put me on stage.
Ooh, what club?
Leon Rogers, TNT, the Comedy Hook in Lansing.
Wow.
Damon was the first person to put me on stage. Leon was the first person I met in comedy. I want to say I met Corey that night. Because this was a long 98.
TNT. I never been.
This was an open mic.
Yeah, it's in Proverbs what? 17 and 22.
Send me that.
That laughter is good for the soul, bro.
Get that tattoo.
Proverbs 17 and 22, bro. So Damon, and see this is the other thing.
Okay.
When I talk about my comedy tree, Damon is probably one of the best, one of the most solid individuals in this business. Yeah. This is where I started. This is who I was with. Damon Williams.
Wow.
Bro, that's my brother, man. Like, I can call Damon, and then we don't have to talk about no comedy, bro. Like, hey, man, we out the band, we just be talking. Damon is a man. Mm-hmm. He's a man's man. He's also Ghost. You got to watch my my show on YouTube, Soul of Comedy.
Okay.
I interviewed different comedians. Did I get to you?
You know you ain't got to
I didn't
me,
get to you.
motherfucker.
So,
Okay, you in season 2 then.
Okay.
For sure. You gonna be in season 2.
write that down, somebody. So,
Yeah, Soul of Comedy on YouTube.
Okay.
Produced by me and Terrell Allen.
And it looked good too. I saw a few episodes. It looked real good.
Thank you. And this was our trial and error. So now we got some shit even better now. Terrell is a beast, man. Shout out to Terrell S. Allen, man. TSA Media. And when we interviewed Damon, we found out that Damon was the real ghost.
What you mean?
Nigga, you watch Power?
Okay.
Yeah, Damon was the real ghost. I mean, he's a drug lord. He talked about it on the show.
Oh,
Damon had a real job, a good job, and was moving weight.
Gucci D. He rapped too.
You would never know. And Damon get out the game and ain't look back. And you know what I'm saying? But we talking about, so this is the cloth I come from.
Okay.
Good men, good brothers, man. Like, I got to shout out somebody else. My cousin, Bishop Edwin Walker.
Okay.
Friendly Temple over there on 77th and State or whatever. It's right off the expressway. It's right off 79th Street, right off the expressway. Bishop Ed Walker. So, yeah.
take your time.
So a few months ago, I saw God answer every prayer.
Wow.
Every single prayer. Everything I asked him for. I saw him answer every prayer in less than 2 months. Because see, that Tavern thing, it changed my whole life, right? When you go from making that type of money to like a little bit of nothing, like you got to work 3 times as hard to still not get to, you know what I'm saying? Like you got to pivot. You got to pivot. Thank you. This don't look good on camera. Go ahead. You have to pivot so hard, and it takes you a while to get your footing back. Right. So I had real enemies. The man tried to have me killed. He sent people to threaten business partners of mine that I was moving on with, and so it stopped my situation. Like, I'm over at Visions this Friday.
Okay.
We were supposed to have been doing that almost a year ago, but he sent somebody to threaten the owner at his son's basketball game. This is the type of stuff I was dealing with. I'm doing comedy shows telling people that you are God and your words have power. Man, and I love y'all and I appreciate y'all, but I'm going through hell.
Right.
The whole time. All 2023, hell. Inside my house, outside my house, all around, even at church. I was just going through it, dog. It was hell all around me. And I said, Lord, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to trust you. Because at first I was enraged. I'm not going to lie. 6 months of that year, total rage. I wanted to kill everything and everybody, man. I was, anybody who played in my face, anybody who looked like they was linking up, being my ops, okay, keep playing with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was just rage every day, and I'm praying. I was actually asking God, man, put these niggas in my hands. Just put them in my hands where it's legal when I could do it, and I don't have to knock myself off the board to do it. Then I started saying, well, okay, God ain't going to put them in my hands. Don't worry about it. I'll figure it out. I'm going to get a Buick Skylark with no GPS. I know how to do this. You know what I'm saying? God wouldn't let me, he wouldn't let me crash out. So this is what I'm saying for anybody who may have thought I came up here talking like I was perfect. I'm not. I wasn't. I really had to talk myself out of crashing out daily, right? When I finally said, and thank, man, God bless DJ Bam and again Godfather, because they was my wise counsel. Like, bro, this may not sound like wise counsel, but they was like, hey man, either push that nigga shit back or let it go. Right. Like, that's what it came down to. Like, either do it or don't do it. But this shit killing you, bro. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I finally let God. I let go and I let God. It's more than a song. And when I really let go and let God, he said, all right, cool. Hold my beer. And he went to work. My enemies were destroyed. The holes they dug for me, they fell in. Whole family fell in, G. Man, lost everything. Lost everything. I didn't have to lift a finger for real. I didn't do anything that would have me locked up. The man got locked up over a Facebook post. This how God will move on your behalf.
Wow.
The nigga was talking shit about me on Facebook and went to jail because of it.
Damn. What was that prayer you said? Do you remember?
Lord, I give up. I let go. It's yours.
I want to say that for my baby mama. Come get this bitch, Lord.
Give up.
Whatever holes she was digging for me,
She fell in. G?
push that bitch in them holes.
You ain't gonna get blessed like that, bro.
Damn.
No, it's really. I didn't pray nothing against them people.
Okay.
I just said, Lord, I'm gonna let you handle it.
I'm out of it.
Vengeance is mine, said the Lord. See, we be wanting revenge.
Right.
I forget who preached this. It might have been Bishop Noel Jones. We be wanting revenge.
Okay.
That's not of God. God said vengeance. Vengeance is just about justice. So if somebody has done you wrong or is currently wronging you,
Okay.
we want revenge. Motherfucker smack you, I'm going to smack your ass back.
Right.
God is saying, no, they smacked you. There's bylaws and rules, and they got to pay for that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right? God is about vengeance and justice. He gonna handle it for you, bro. When people say God don't play about me or God gonna spin the block about me, I saw it.
Yep.
My wife always say that.
I saw it. I seen it with my own eyes.
He spent
bro.
the block for you,
He
dog.
spent the block for me.
Wow.
He slid, like, you know, you be talking about we gonna slide for Vaughn.
That's a
God
t-shirt.
slid for LG.
That's a shirt. God spent the block
He
for
spent the block for me, bro. Wow. And I watched all of that. My finances, everything was restored. Even me and my relationship. And now I'm not gonna get off into that because I don't want to talk bad about nobody. But that was removed.
Wow.
That was cut off. I was free from everything. I was completely free and clear. God cleared the table on my behalf, bro. So people be wanting me to crash out. People be poking me, right? And I saw something recently where a nigga was poking.
Okay.
For a hot second, I wanted to be like, all right, cool. Because Shorty already been told to be cool. Now it's time for action, right? Then I stopped and I said, it's the devil just trying to make me knock myself off the board. I'm not going. I'm not going to address it. I'm not going to speak on it. When I see the nigga, because I saw the nigga, I didn't say nothing. He didn't say nothing. Yeah, okay. You know what I'm saying? I was being poked. But when I saw the video, I watched all that time that the nigga spoke about me, right? And I had this fleeting second, 30 seconds of me being mad about it. And I said, nope, I'm not going to do it. I opened up, and this is why I say shout out to GF. I opened up Instagram, and the first video I saw was the minister speaking. He was at a table eating dinner with some other clergymen, and he said, you have to kill your ego in order to be God. That's my algorithm right now. I don't got bullshit on my algorithm, dog. My algorithm is giving me confirmation. The first thing I open up, and this is what I see, behind watching 10 minutes of bullshit about me, and then I open the internet again, the first thing I see is you have to kill your ego in order to be God. Brat, ego dead. I'm a God, bro. I'm here being little God, under God, God my father. I'm God Jr. And I got to do what he tell me to do because I know what he's going to do on my behalf. People really need to get right with God. Tighten up, nigga. Tighten up. And don't play with me. I'm not the one to play with because I'm not going to do nothing to you. When God get through whooping on your head.
And I just believe, like, for people, like, and I feel that way about me. I feel like people who know better, like if you went against all the shit you know,
yeah, exactly,
you gonna be punished because you know better.
Yes.
You know better. So I be wanting to do shit, right?
Yeah.
But God be like, come on now.
Fam.
You know.
You ever hear God look at you?
And God
you ever
be
hear
like,
God say, nigga?
every time I buy a gun, he be like, come on now.
What you doing?
Get your ass. Get your ass out of here.
Nigga,
Get your ass.
come on, fam.
Yeah.
It's just
Cause I'm gonna be punished way. And I always tell people like I sold weed one time, and the shit that happened to me for
Right.
doing it, I
Right.
was like, yeah, I can't.
nigga, I listen.
can't do that shit.
I sold crack once, and the plug got arrested the very next day. I said, well, let me go ahead and serve the Lord with gladness.
Yeah.
That's what I better do.
Oh shit.
Like one crack rock, please. Here we go. I made my first sale. Woo!
So
Yeah, nah.
I'm happy you chose this path, and I'm happy you allowing God to drive your intentions and your, you know what I'm saying, and your career, and you know, you got this dope room. You got 2 rooms now or just one?
So before I get to that, I was trying to tell y'all about Bishop Walker, but I couldn't get my thoughts together. I was crying.
You an emotional ass nigga.
No,
I am.
that's what happened when God working. When you see it,
He
That-
gonna get a
that's-
lot of
that's-
bitches off this interview. See, I know F.
yeah,
You fucked that girl you bought that drink too at that comedy show.
with the bonnet on.
You fucked the shit out of Bunny girl.
I did not. I did not touch
guarantee
baby.
you.
I did not touch baby
I
bonnet.
guarantee you. He was like, you don't have to cry. Here go my number. And be
get some of
outside by that Benz.
Some of this meat ministry.
No,
No,
but-
so let me tell you about Bishop Walker.
Okay.
So I watched God answer all my prayers in less than 2 months, right? And I was coming home. I was on the road with Tierra. We was in St. Louis. So I was driving back home Sunday morning because I played. So I had to be back, for church. In my worship on the way home, I was having my cry. You know how like when everything the dust finally settles, you
Yeah.
done made it, you on the other side of everything,
Yeah.
and you be like, oh, Lord, thank you, right?
Yeah.
So I'm on the road, driving back home, having that cry, and then I felt something really dark and sinister, like evil. So I drove straight to my cousin's church. I didn't even go to my church. I drove straight to cousin's church. I pulled up. He pulled up right behind me. Again, alignment. You got to listen. I said, cuz. I call him Bishop Cuz because, I got to respect the title, but he's my cousin. So Bishop Cuz, I need you to pray for me. I said, I said, God's answered every prayer, but I feel something really dark. I don't know what this is. He said, okay, say less. The man prayed for me, laid his hands on me. He prayed a little bit about my career, about my finances, my life, kids. But where he really stayed at and where he prayed hard at, and again, this that coaching thing. And he bound the devil and said, you can't touch his life. Lord, cover his life. 24 hours later, an attempt was made on my life. I was stabbed and I had a gun in the back of my head. But in that moment, I already knew I was covered. I was covered, bro. It's been a hellified year. Everybody just see the big body Benz. They see the gold. They see the lottery. It's been a hellified year behind the scenes, and what God has done, I could never take credit for any of it. Any of it, bro. And this is just this level. You know where we going, Dubs?
Yeah.
You know where we going? So at this level, the devil been trying to take me out, and he's failed at every corner. I give God all the glory, G.
Boy, you done said a word today, boy.
A couple words.
I told you he was a pastor, didn't
Man,
I?
you did?
Hey, bro.
Shit.
Do you, can I ask, do you sometimes
It's a real question.
feel, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, pull
In
to-
both
in
directions.
comedy? Because
So-
I seen photo or videos of you preaching when you was younger.
It's a nice turnout here tonight. First of all, Miss Maria's already thanked you all for showing up. I would like everybody to stand right quickly.
Look at
And we gonna sing
have
this song.
one that lady.
This mean church folks being off. There's those 3 people that love him and tell him I love you. Love the Lord.
Look at that
There's
line.
3 people I love you. God bless you. Tell them they look good. They smell.
Yeah. So
Do you feel conflicted?
no. When I first started comedy, I did. That's why I jumped in and jumped out.
Okay.
I was my pastor's armor bearer. I was traveling with my pastor. Like, you know what I'm saying? I was playing the keys, but I was really like being groomed to go into ministry. right? But like most gifted men, I had a pussy problem. As a young boy, I watched a pastor who was supposed to be where TD Jakes is at mess up everything over pussy. I wasn't gonna follow in those footsteps. And I knew if I was preaching and pastoring, you know, the numbers really is like 75 to 83% women in church.
Yeah.
Right. You gotta be strong.
Bro.
You gotta be.
And a lot of them women be at church by themselves.
And they want the pastor.
Yep.
They want the pastor. It ain't but 4 straight niggas in church. The
They want
pastor
the
and the band.
They want the pastor.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Pastors get
okay, 10 if you add the deacons.
A lot of pussy.
Dog. It's a real thing.
It's a real thing.
So for a lot of people, like they'd jumped at that chance. And I actually had dipped my toe into it because it is a gift I have to preach, to minister, to break down the word. And I'm grateful for that. But you have to be able to really stand on business if you're going to stand in that life. There's a different standard you're held to.
Right.
And I knew I wasn't ready for that. Let me stay over here on this organ where I can still be a whore. Yeah. I can still, you know what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna ruin nobody's salvation behind that. Because if you're a pastor and you running through the church, I got aunties that are still atheists to this day because of what happened in the 80s. Right? And I said that just won't never be me. I tried. And I was at a youth service. I'll never forget this in Chicago Heights. And I was giving words of encouragement. And afterwards, I was singing Great Is Thy Faithfulness, and everybody was in worship, right? This is crazy. And I looked out in the audience, and this young lady was wearing this very form-fitting dress. Remember when they used to wear the dresses with the panther fur kind of material, the bodycon type? And she was so bodied up. And I'm singing to the glory of the Lord, and I happened to peep my eyes out, and I seen Shorty just bouncing and giving God the glory. And I said, I'm going to give her something to thank God for. And that's when I said, I ain't go back in nobody pulpit no more, G.
Right.
Because I knew I was going to mess it up. You know how people say, he fucked up church. He fucking up church's money.
Yeah.
It would have been me. So I was 19 at the time. So I definitely wasn't finna try to control my urges for real. I tried, but I was just lying to God.
So how do you feel about the pastors who do take that on and knowing what you knew and still preach? And they not walking that walk and messing with women in the church. And
They got to tighten up.
They got to tighten up.
You know, we've seen it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We've seen it plenty of times. Them niggas go through hell behind that. Like it looked like they, it's all Cadillacs and Lincolns and all that, but no, it's hell behind that. You got to pay for that. You know what I'm saying? David was a man after God's own heart, right? When he had Bathsheba's husband killed, because he had already got her pregnant, and he had her killed, he had to pay for that. That baby that they had, that baby died. And the prophet told him, that baby's not going to make it. And David prayed and fasted and prayed and washed his face. The nigga grew a beard. He prayed a whole 9 months, Lord, please spare this child. That child died. Listen, bro, there's grace and mercy, but then there's also some things that you reap what you sow.
Yeah.
So sometimes we do things and you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Right? You sometimes you do things and I made a mistake. But when you do things like you said, I know better.
Yeah.
That come with the wrath of God. So no, I wasn't gonna be in nobody pulpit. Even now at 45, let me just tell these jokes and minister to the people at the end of the show. You know what I'm saying? This is my ministry. This is how I minister. When I see niggas and they, oh man, dang, bro, like it's the Maybach, like what the bell? Yeah, bro, God is good. G.
Now, with you coming from that background, do your family and friends get you? Because I know growing up when people, because you probably, I don't know if you ever had a conversation with him, with Ronnie George. Like y'all similar with that.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
People don't know we come from church too.
Yeah.
Ronnie.
Shout out to Ron G is what they call him in the clear.
That. But I also know niggas who know that word fucks a lot of bitches. I don't know what that like that Bible thing.
Well, bro.
'Cause y'all know how to spit it.
So you got to think about it this way. It's a gift.
Yeah.
Everybody can't preach.
Everybody can't.
Everybody can't talk on a microphone. Everybody can't play instruments. These are gifts. Gifts and callings come without repentance. So the gifts are light, and everything is drawn to the light. You know what I'm saying? So hoes is drawn to the light.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And when you a young man and you like, oh man, I got the glow. That's what the shorty's got. Man, shorty got that glow. Yeah, we been had the glow. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, so when you had that glow and you use it to your advantage in that way, but then you grow.
You're supposed to grow.
You're supposed to grow.
Supposed to growth and development.
Growth and development.
That's what we preach.
You're supposed to. Not all of us do that.
They don't.
Nope.
It's not an age on that, bro. Somebody, a woman asked me, like, so when do men, like, what age do, ma'am? It's not an age. It's just when a man says, okay, here I am.
Yeah.
Like, okay, cool. I just got single maybe 3 months ago, right? Man, I hopped outside like, boy, I got the new band. I'm outside. Boy, these hoes need me. Okay. I even wrote a song about it. These hoes need me. These hoes need me. I can hear the streets calling me. Oh, these hoes need me. Nigga, I was finna get outside. Do you know I stepped on the porch and looked around? It was like, ugh.
It's dangerous out there, boy.
It's nasty work outside.
Nasty work.
And I as much as I wanted to get outside and get money and fuck bitches, like I'm really not that nigga no more.
Cause the game changed.
I grew.
The game changed.
It ain't even the game to change. Like, you know, if you're a player, you can adapt. Okay, cool. They fouling me in the post. Don't worry about it. What Jordan do? Fade away. That's cool. I'm 36. I don't have to dunk on everybody every time. I can fade away and still run 30 points.
Right.
You know, your players can adapt. That's nothing about the game changing. It's the fact that you changed. I changed. I don't like this no more.
You just want to do layups.
Man, listen. Where I'm looking for Claire Huxtable. Lord bless me with Claire Huxtable. I'm tired of women that's outside and you know what I'm saying? Like, bless me with a good.
You ready to get married?
Dog, I'm ready. I'm tired. I'm tired of the streets, real? G. I've had enough, G. I've had enough. Hang my jersey in the rafters.
He lying, y'all. Women just be clapping for anything.
You heard it here first.
Nigga,
I didn't know you was single, dog.
Yeah,
3 months?
Yeah, 3, maybe 4 now.
You gonna go back.
No.
It's over with?
You know, like I said, I don't talk bad to people, but, you know, that attempt on my life definitely, no, it's over. Ain't no spinning the block on that. Wow. So it's you know, man, listen. I thought I was gonna get outside and enjoy being a single man with, you know what I'm saying, a little financial security, and you get outside and have me some fun. You know, I don't even like it.
No.
I don't even like it no more. I don't.
Yo, the holidays coming up. Man, come through Thanksgiving. We having Thanksgiving, man. If you ain't doing nothing, slide on me. Thanksgiving, man. We finna wrap this thing. Reese, you got anything, man?
Oh, wait, before we get up out of here, November 22nd, for those of you who don't know, if this airs before Friday.
November 22nd.
November 22nd, Friday, November 2nd, 22nd, I'm at Visions on 119th and Loomis. This is a big show, 2 shows, 8 and 11.
Who's on the show?
I don't never tell nobody.
Okay.
Oh, you don't tell people.
Okay.
You notice when I get outside with the tickets, I never tell nobody who's on the show. It's hitters on the show, but I ain't told nobody.
I ain't told nobody. Boy, y'all gonna have a good time, G. So 2 shows. 2 shows, Vision. 8 and 11. You know, Visions is big, so it's like 500 per show. Wow.
Type thing. And again, that deal we had been working on since last year, but you know what I'm saying? My man's got threatened, and he, you know, his wife was like, stop everything until that gets resolved. So when dude got locked up, all right, cool. Now we can resume negotiations. And here we are, man. We are at Visions. I'm grateful. Shout out to Gavin. Shout out to Miss Green. Shout out to Sarita, my cousin Rolanda. and my man Sir. Shout out to Sir. That's my point man. So I think the producer is telling us to wrap it up.
Nah, we good.
Yeah.
Any more acting gigs you got? Any plays?
I haven't. I do have a stage play, Diary of a Thick Girl.
You wrote it?
I did not
Let's
write
write
it.
a play, man.
I didn't. You want to write a play?
Let's write it.
Let's write a play. We gonna write it. And speaking of Claire Huxtable, she called. Hey, praise the
Mama,
Lord.
who is that nigga?
Mama, who is that nigga?
It's about a stepfather meets a woman with 6 kids. Damn. And
Eating they snacks and shit.
she
Strong.
always
6?
she always put him after the kids.
Before the kids?
After. He works, got a good job.
Oh.
Mama, who is that nigga?
Mama, who is that?
Wow.
Written and produced by L. Williams, Marvin Phipps. And we could get Samuel L. Jackson to play.
I can hear him now. Motherfucker, go to bed. I said, go to bed, motherfucker.
You know what?
Shit.
I knew we was gonna have a good interview, but I didn't know it was going to be
this was
like
it.
this.
This
yo.
was it.
Yeah, bro.
This was it.
Yeah, bro.
L snapped off.
You snapped.
You gonna be a pastor.
Yeah.
And I hate when people say that and do that.
Yeah.
Cause I see when they do that to people, and I know people don't like that. But yo,
I mean, it's not. Let me say this. I haven't ruled it out.
right.
Right.
I just want to make sure that
You just need one STD to
Put him out the game.
one real bad chlamydia. You gonna be like, I'm done. You gonna do that prayer again, Father, today.
on this day.
On this day.
On this day.
This shit gonna clear up.
You know what? What was I going to say, man? Because he was saying I'm emotional. I was just telling one of my guys that I didn't know what was happening, and he broke it down to me. I said, bro, everything makes me cry, and I'm not sad. I'm just really grateful. I'm overwhelmed, right?
Yeah.
Like watching my dog run and be happy, like my little dog. When he's happy and running, I'll be like,
Yeah.
oh, happy birthday, Dash, because my dog turns 2.
The little white dog.
The little white dog turns
that
2.
got real sick at the What's Funny Festival.
He got real sick.
He got real sick.
Yeah, real has allergies to
This
hyperallergenic
nigga
dogs
brought
as well.
a dog in a bag.
How about he ended up on stage with Ballhead?
Did he?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I didn't
yeah,
get no
he brought him
stage
out.
time. Dash got stage time.
He brought him out. Yeah.
Yeah, Dash actually was on the show. I wasn't on the show, but Dash was on the show. But happy birthday to my dog, Daddy's favorite puppy. I was gonna say that I was I'm really emotional, right?
Okay.
Recently, just crying about every little thing, just happy. And he was telling me, he said, bro, you're in tune. You're in tune now with what God is doing, what he's done already. So if he never does anything else,
You grateful.
he's done more than enough. And I'm super grateful, bro. I live in a space of perpetual gratefulness. And I'm happy.
Yeah, it shows.
Let me ask you this. And we ain't even really
We
get to
did.
talk about comedy like that.
He did.
But I wanna know, do you feel you get the respect in the comedy game in Chicago? Do you feel that L. Williams get the respect from your peers as a comedian?
So I'm a preface my statement by saying I can count on one hand how many comedians have booked me. Right? But my answer to that is it doesn't matter. I tell people all the time, me and B. Cole laugh about this. I'd be like, bro, I don't have a problem not getting invited to the reindeer games because I'm Rudolph.
You heard it right here. Right here.
I'm Rudolph. You know what I'm saying? Like at some point, niggas got to follow me. Like, you know, it's cats that's mad, you know, but they mad because they keep seeing me with the big crowds. They know I got the budget. I'm actually paying people. People getting their money. And they getting good money to come outside. As comedians, bro, we on stage at most as the headliner 30, 40 minutes, right? 40 minutes of work. We make some real good money. I got niggas coming in making good money for 10 minutes of stage time, G. When you do the math on it, we really making some good money. Yeah. So you know, I'm Rudolph, bro. So I don't really have a problem not getting invited to the reindeer games. You know, I'm cool.
So what could people find you at? What's your social medias and all of that?
On Instagram, I am hosted by L. Hosted, not posted. H. Hosted by L. And it's just the letter L. It's not EL.
He told us we could keep going for a few.
Okay.
How did you feel about the Chicago Comedy Festival? And two, was you asked to be a part of it and didn't do it, or why was you not involved? Or
Me and Knowledge had talked about this probably in last October.
okay,
So that's a year ago. He saw me at Truth Italian. They did a midnight brunch comedy show, right? And I smashed.
okay,
Like I blessed the people. Like I went, and I had a custom, like one of them little real wealthy African nigga suits on. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my man Custom by Lamar, who also did the outfit that the Dream Ranger wears on the lottery commercials. That's some more alignment by God. That's my man's. Custom by Lamar makes suits and everything else for everybody from Farrakhan to Kobe to Shaq to Obama. So
okay.
yeah. He's on the west side. He's on Madison. It's my brother, man. I appreciate him. But me and Knowledge had talked about it. He's like, "L, stay in tune. I'm doing a big festival. You know what I'm saying? Like I got, something coming up, bro. Stay in tune." And so I tapped in with him a little bit here and there. But life is just life, And then when I saw, by the time I knew anything was going on, they had promo out.
They already had it going.
So I called him and I was like, "Hey, bro." I was like, damn, we talked about this. I was like, congratulations. I said, listen, if it's a spot for me,
yeah, I
get down.
Okay.
If not, I used to tour with Doug Banks. So if you need somebody to run your stage in the production side, I could do that as well. Right. I'll be a part, bro. I rock with you. Just let me know, I get in where I fit in.
Okay.
Some people felt some type of way about not being on the show. For the whole, on any of the shows,
yeah.
I didn't feel no type of way, I felt some type of way that real almost died because, my dog, but my dog backstage. But other than that, like, everything was smooth. Actually, no. Let me not tell that lie. Sunday when I came and you and Don Ski was standing outside, I felt some type of way. Me and Knowledge had a conversation. I said, bro, people like Dub's just headlined. There's no reason for Dub to be standing outside.
There we go.
Right. We this is a conversation we had. So it's not nothing that I'm speaking on and I didn't, I'm just talking shit. No, we had this conversation. And it was just me and him talking. I was like, bro, like Dub Donsky, like you did one of your nights at his spot.
Yeah.
Like your actual birthday was at his, like, how there's no way. Everybody should have known. Somebody at the door should say, oh, no, he's good. Because literally, you just was on stage headlining.
My fucking picture is all on the promotions.
So I can't act like that part didn't happen.
Definitely did.
It happened. Now, me being who I am, the grace of it is, I say, bro, it's your first one.
Right.
But that type of shit can't happen. Not for the niggas that held you down. That can't happen, right? You know what I'm saying? So
what did he say?
He was like, you right. You know what I'm saying? He was just like, man, it's just shit got tighter because it was Rails night. And I don't think he was in full control of that part.
Yeah.
When the white people showed up, shit got a little different.
And see, for me, I don't know what was going on, right? I just know we've been a part of the festivities all week. They telling us how much they need us. They telling us how much, they appreciate us. It's like the NBA having motherfuckers be in the dunk contest and then they come to the All-Star game and you can't get in.
Right.
Nigga, I just was in the dunk contest.
I just won.
I just won.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's
so for me, and because when I saw Don Ski, I'm like, okay, when we see Knowledge, we good.
Right.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm like, when Knowledge see us, now I didn't know Knowledge told people in the chat that comics ain't getting in. I didn't know that. I'm getting off the plane Sunday. I'm like, I'm gonna go check it out.
Humble flex. Hey, I'm getting off the plane.
I mean, I'm like, I'm gonna go check it.
Yeah.
So Don Ski out there. I'm like, Ski, why you? He like, they ain't letting nobody in. I said, nigga, when we see Knowledge, we
Right.
Gucci.
We get it in.
Knowledge come to the door, sees us, let somebody else in. I'm like, even if it's packed, you could have just been like, Dubs, it's crazy tonight. It's real shit.
Right.
And I understand that. Just say something.
He didn't say nothing.
Didn't say nothing.
And so,
Wow.
So,
you gotta understand. So when I pulled up
yeah.
and seen both of y'all standing outside, well, I knew my black ass wasn't
Right.
getting in.
And then I just left.
I ain't even called nobody.
And then other people was like, they start calling my phone, like, what? I'm like, if the nigga who event this is
Exactly.
didn't
Yeah.
let me in,
Well, so let me say this.
I'm not finna go in
I
after that.
I sat with Don Ski. Don hopped in the car with me,
Right.
and we sat outside because he had somebody.
Pick him up.
Right, but then Knowledge hit him back and was like, "Yo,
Right.
come in."
So did Dunn go in?
Don got in
Is this after?
eventually, but this was like
Right,
40
right.
minutes.
Right.
Yeah. Because we stayed
What if he was
outside.
just standing
We
outside?
stayed outside for a long time. But I left because I was just, and it wasn't no big deal.
It wasn't no big deal,
whatever.
but
That's cool.
it's a principle to this, right? See, I always tell when I speak on being here in my city, so this is my city, right? This was before my face was over the city, right? Humble flex, every day over the expressway. This is before my face is all over, plastered all over the city at the Bulls games and all that stuff. Before that, this was my city.
Okay.
I've always moved that way. I don't give a fuck what celebrity, entertain, whoever it is. This is my city. I've never been denied in my city. Right. Obviously, I had certain connections and what have you, but this is my city. Right. Respect this. This is my city, bro. Right? This is your city, Dubs. Yeah. Right? Yeah. Like you. When we look at you, we stand and clap.
Yeah.
This was before Corey grabbed you and took you on the road.
Yeah.
We was already like, Dubs gone, G.
Yeah.
Every time I've had Dubs on my show, Dubs take it here.
Yeah.
We already had the show here. Dubs go, and there it is.
I just looked at it like,
And sitting down. This nigga don't jump around stage. This nigga
no
sit
more.
down.
Not no more.
I look at it like, for me, I say, damn, I take it like after watching Michael Jordan and how he did everything, he didn't get mad at you personally. If you did something to him, he say, okay, I'm on. So how my mind worked, I said, okay, now I got to get to the point where when you see me, because I feel like if Dion Cole walked up that night,
He's not standing outside.
If D. Ray walked up,
He's
if
not
Corey
standing
Holcomb,
outside.
So I said,
They're
okay,
not standing outside.
I gotta get to the point where I'm not even on this bitch, and if I walked up, they opening the door,
Yep.
like, because if Dion came that night, they finna make room, they finna whatever.
Yeah.
Ain't no excuses.
It's not, but that's how I look at it in my mind. Like, okay, because obviously what I'm doing ain't shit.
enough, right?
We could say and feel how we want to feel. It's my city, but how other people view you, they don't view you like that.
And watch that. Mindset of a champion, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Let me go harder
That's all
so
I'm
that I'm
saying.
completely
That's all I'm
undeniable.
saying.
And by the time I'm completely undeniable,
I'm not walking in that bitch.
Yeah.
I'm not showing up.
you don't have this number.
I'm not showing
Yeah.
up. Yeah.
For this is, and I'm not speaking just directly to Knowledge. I'm saying
it's not even about that.
It's not even about that. But situations like that, and people, it's a lot of people that won't have access. I've just had this conversation with somebody today. I say, yo, it's going to be a point where people going to need to call my kids to get in touch with me.
I tell people all the time,
And guess
you gonna
what?
have to call Ronnie George.
if you ain't close enough to have one of my kids' number, then that means you're not close enough to reach me.
You're gonna have to call my mom and be like, tell Marvin, and my mom gonna have to call somebody, and it's definitely gonna be a time where
And that is not, that's not arrogance.
that's not a flex.
That's not a flex. That's elevation.
Yeah.
And when you elevate, right, you go through a lot of shit to elevate. Bishop Sheard says, and I just heard myself, it's hilarious how I be like, yeah, shit, fuck that. Then Bishop said, but Bishop Sheard said, turbulence is the price you pay for flying high. The higher you go, it's more turbulence, right? But then you get to a point where
That boy good.
you get above,
That motherfucker
right?
good.
You go through the turbulence, but then you get above that turbulence, right?
And then it's smooth.
So So the thing with that
Y'all be
is,
quiet on the set.
let them shout. Listen,
L preaching, man.
when you get to a certain level, and you go through the turbulence, when you get to that certain level where it's smooth sailing and you can't miss, right? People are gonna be like, "Oh, that nigga, he think he this, he think he that," or this the one that kills me. That nigga ain't funny. He ain't never been funny. He ain't funny now, type shit, right? Well, guess who they say ain't funny all the time? Kevin Hart.
Right.
Niggas sweating down Kevin Hart ain't funny. Right. Lord, please let me be as unfunny, $100 million worth of unfunny as Kevin Hart. Right. Please, Father. Thank you, Lord. On this day, make me unfunny as Kevin Hart. Like, real talk. So I don't, again, when I get to that level where it's completely undeniable, you probably won't be able to get me. You won't be able to afford me. It'll be a favor if I like you.
Favor.
Yeah, because you can't afford what this costs. Yeah. Like, you know, people have issues with, like, you know, Bishop Jakes and certain pastors. They got riders just like artists do. Yeah. Right? First of all, you're gonna spend the bag to get them there.
Okay.
Then you're gonna have to come off with a certain percentage of the offering, which more than likely is half. Right?
Really?
Yeah.
Didn't know that.
The church game is like,
they got deals. They got deal points. So they got percentages.
They get a door deal. Nigga?
Didn't know that.
Yeah, I guess so. Because if TD Jake's gonna get that money.
Listen, bro.
Some pastors gonna get that money.
Watch this. But Jake's also gonna walk through the door, and I seen Jake's give that memoriam. I seen him give it back. I've seen him like stand there. Matter of fact, at John Hannah Church, I seen the man stand there and say, "I'm gonna go. We getting ready to give, but I'm gonna sow the first 100,000."
What?
This is what people got to understand. You get blessed by being a blessing. It's a lifestyle. Tithing and offering ain't just about church and all that. It's a lifestyle. You got to give to receive. Too many people is like, man, fuck it. Nigga better get it out the mud. No. If you can help somebody, the Bible say it's in Proverbs 2. Look this one up. It's a sin to be able to help your brother and you don't. It's a sin, bro.
Ooh. That's how you got the Benz.
Right.
That's how you got the Benz.
I'm going to tell you that is exactly how that happened. That was God.
That's
all God doing. Because if it was just about me, denied. Hard pull on the credit, denied. Then God stepped in.
You got my wife shouting.
Man.
Now watch this though.
You better not like this motherfucker neither.
Man over there too.
I better not see you send him no friend request.
God stepped in on my behalf. Watch this.
Here,
God stepped in on my behalf via somebody else, right?
Okay.
And then not even a week later, somebody stepped in even larger on their behalf. I'm talking about 3-4 times what a person did for me. God stepped in on their behalf 3, 4, 5 times stronger than what it was for me.
Wow.
Bro, what I know for a fact is that God will take care of you. And when he does, you got to be a good steward. Because, see, God has done really great things for me in the past, and I fumbled. I wasn't a good steward. I wasn't a good steward of the finances. I wasn't a good steward of the gift. I wasn't a good steward of maybe the woman. I wasn't a good steward of my family. I wasn't the best father. I wasn't a good steward. And I kept bumping my head until I got the understanding of, okay, I have to be a good steward of this. Once you get it, so people be like, man, you know, when you get what you prayed for, then you gotta make sure you pray that you can maintain it.
Right.
That's true, but you probably should pray more that you'll be a good steward. Yeah. If God blesses you with finances, let me be a good steward of these finances.
How do you become a good steward? What's that process? How do you become that?
Boy, I fucked up a lot.
Right. So you are able to tell us.
Everybody's process is different, right?
Right.
Shout out to my guy Morocco Vaughn. He fixed my credit like 4 or 5 years ago. And he told me, he said, L, listen, we finna walk you into some money.
Okay.
You gonna fuck it up.
You gonna fuck it up.
I said, man, I ain't gonna fuck it up, man. I done had bags before, G. And he's like, no. You may have bags before. You ain't had no legal bags. You ain't had no good credit bags. We all fuck it up. Some of us learn at 10,000. Some of us learn at 50,000. And his story was, and I don't think he mind me telling, because he told me, he said, I fucked up $250,000 and didn't know where that shit went. That's when I learned. He said, don't beat yourself up about it. I was like, man, I ain't finna fuck up no bag, boy. Boy, I gave that bag long dick.
I always say,
I fucked that bag all the way
I
up.
always say you gotta mess up some money.
A few times
to understand money.
Shit.
You know.
Yep.
And it's that's how you learn. It's like the thing is, because you always know what to do with money when you don't have it, right?
Man.
You always see the building for $29,000.
Boy.
You always see the deals, you know. But when you had $80,000, you don't see nothing.
Shit.
You don't. It ain't no deals, ain't no nothing. So you go buy the rims, you go buy the shit. Then as soon as you don't have no money,
there you go.
somebody calling like, "Yo, bro, I got this deal. It's $25,000. You can shoot your special." And you like,
I just had that
I
shit.
just had it.
And fumbled it.
So
So
fucked it up.
So when you ask how was the process of becoming a good steward, you learn through trial and error, and then some of us learn quicker than others, right? I happen to have taken a long time to get here, but now that I'm here, I'm grateful, and I'm not. This is why I don't have no ego, bro.
Edging God out.
That's what ego is, edging God out, bro. And you don't have, once you kill that, bro, Dub's finna get some cakes tonight.
No,
Mars finna have a little brother
Listen.
tonight. Like it's
I was gonna
now
say,
you preaching.
No,
I heard the clap.
I-
Yes, Lord.
if you around me, you get this. Like
Yeah.
that's why I fuck with
Yeah.
you. That's why I fuck with certain people because, like, and I said this on Facebook. If you ain't sending me clips of pastors preaching and
Motivation.
shit,
Motivation.
you ain't my friend, B.
No.
No.
Don't send me a nigga getting his head
Yeah.
blowed off and little dirt going to prison.
What I say earlier,
Yo,
my algorithm
send
does
me,
not.
Yeah.
And this brother send me some at least once a week. Bill Winston, you know, some
Noel
motivational,
Jones or so. Yeah.
you know, and you know, that's why I fuck with you, man. You know what I'm saying? And
I appreciate you,
and
bro.
I know you know, you've been going strong. You've been doing your thing, and I always tell you, keep going. I'm proud of you. You know, our show is about promoting guys like you who's been grinding,
Mm-hmm.
people not necessarily know about, who's been doing their thing in Chicago, and your work ain't been unnoticed, bro.
Nope.
We see you. Keep grinding, you know, keep putting the shows together, keep doing it.
Shout out to Adam at Red Star too.
Shout out-
can't-
oh, Adam.
Shout out to Adam at Red Star, Island Bar. Adam. We went to high school together. We went to Hillcrest, and Adam's a little bit older than me. He graduated before I did. Adam is the consummate businessman. You know, just all around good brother. Nick Hill. You know what I'm saying? Just that whole family over there, man. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all for real all through the years.
Listen, bro, we definitely gonna have you back.
Yeah.
You preached, you cried,
Man.
you laughed. I must say, this is probably our best episode,
It is.
dog.
It
You
is. And we didn't do none of the stuff we
know,
had.
none of the shit
down
that
to
we
do.
was gonna do.
Yeah, no, I knew I knew when I got here, I said, I'm not gonna go down that rabbit hole.
Not even that. We had, you know, a whole show lined up for you. You know.
With questions about,
Yeah.
you know, but hey,
But I knew, I said, when I get on this show, I'm going to talk about the goodness of the Lord, man, how much I love Jesus and how grateful I am just to have been amongst honorable men. Like, for real, like, bro, when I look at you, you a man, right? You a man. To be amongst honorable men who have families, wives, children that they take care of, you know what I'm saying, businesses and such. Like, I have been blessed from the streets to the corporate office, man. Wow. Like, you know what I'm saying, Reverend E.L. Jones, Big Bro, Godfather, Bam, my nigga KC, like, and then all the women. Let me just say this, because I haven't said it in this show, because I big up the men, because I think people don't think black men have real conversations with each other, or really counsel each other. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my podcast, Fake Decent the podcast, the brothers and Sean, Ra, and Jay Hollins. These are all honorable people that I get a chance to Leclerc.
Yeah.
Leclerc Courts.
Leclerc Courts. These are all honorable people that I can talk to. I look up to. You know what I'm saying? We call each other when it's not crisis, and we can call each other during crisis. You know what I'm saying? Like Jay, and this ain't nothing that we haven't said on our podcast, so nobody could be like, he talking crazy. No. Jay was damn near atheist.
Yeah.
He didn't really believe in God, right? I heard my man say Sunday on the podcast, he said, man, you know, God willing. I damn near shouted and told the studio up because being around, bro, he's come to an understanding. Now, listen, he ain't a Muslim, he ain't a Christian, he ain't none of that. He just, now he understands that God, hey, listen, if you let your light shine, bro.
Yep.
If you let your light shine, you know, and for the people who keep trying to act, who feel like you gotta be perfect to let your light shine, you do not have to be perfect, bro. I drink Hennessy, I cuss. I just recently stopped fucking hoes. But what I'm saying is
let your light shine.
Let your light shine.
We gonna end on that, man.
Yeah.
With L, Reese, I'm Dubs, man. Offstage episode 4. Catch y'all next Monday, man. We out, man. I appreciate you, L.
Love, bro.
Yeah.
Reese.
If this rap don't work, then it's back to jugging. I might just hit some stains, then it's back to booking. I'm somewhere with the gang, smoking on this cookie. These niggas don't even smell what the rock is cooking. If this rap don't work, then it's back to jugging. I might just hit some stains, then it's back to booking. I'm somewhere with the gang, smoking on this cookie.